Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear 8th class students, today I am here with a second video lecture for you. My dear students, you know we are studying a chapter that is named as Ruling the Countryside. The introductory lecture of this chapter was given to you few days ago, and in that lecture we were studying a settlement that is known as permanent settlement. It is permanent settlement. This settlement was discussed by us. You know, this settlement was introduced in the year 1793 by Lord Cornwallis, and under this settlement there was an agreement between the East India Company and the landlords of India, under which the land revenue was fixed permanently, right? So far as this Mahalwari settlement is concerned, with each passing day, the East India Company felt that it was difficult, rather it was impossible for them to survive, as their expenses were increasing day by day. So it was mandatory for them to generate more and more income from the countryside. On the other side, this permanent settlement was described oppressive by the landlords of India, because under this system the revenue fixed was extremely high that they were not able to pay, right? Now, to generate more and more income from the countryside, one more system was introduced in the subcontinent of India, in the villages of subcontinent of India. This settlement is known as Mahalwari settlement. Yeah. So far as this Mahalwari settlement is concerned, its concept was given by a British colonial administrator known as Holt Mackenzie. It is Holt Mackenzie who provided the concept of this Mahalwari settlement. Here in the word Mahalwari, the word Mahal refers to a compact area, which contains one or more villages. In the word Mahalwari, the word Mahal means a compact area which comprises of, or we can say which contains one or more villages, right? Holt Mackenzie, who provided the concept of Mahalwari settlement or Mahalwari system, later in the year 1822, this Mahalwari system was introduced in the northern states of India, in the northern parts of India, which includes Awadh, Agra, Orissa and Punjab, right? Holt Mackenzie, who gave the concept of this Mahalwari settlement, in that Mahalwari word, the Mahal means a compact area which contains one or more villages. That means it was the year 1822 when this Mahalwari system, Mahalwari settlement I mean to say, when it was introduced in the northern parts of India, which includes Awadh, which includes Agra, Orissa and Punjab. Hope that's getting clear to you. Like the permanent settlement was based upon certain principles, this Mahalwari system was also based on certain principles. Under this Mahalwari system, the revenue officers went to villages to inspect the land. If you are not able to copy from the board, copy my words. Revenue officers went to villages to inspect the land. This is the first principle of this Mahilwari system, right? Revenue officers, they had to inspect the land to check its fertility, right? This was the first system that was under this settlement known as permanent settlement, right? And under this Mahilwari system, the revenue was not fixed permanently. It was revised. It was revised periodically. Right? The second principle of this Mahilwari system is that under this system, the revenue was not fixed permanently. Like in that permanent settlement, the revenue was fixed permanently. But here the revenue was not fixed permanently. Then what? It was revised periodically. Whenever the British government or the East India Company felt that it is the need to increase the revenue, they were free to increase it, they were free to revise it. Right? And the third principle of this Mahilwari system, East India Company appointed, under this Mahilwari system, they appointed a village headman. Under Mahilwari system, a village headman was appointed. They appointed a village headman, right? And this village headman, he had to collect the revenue from the villagers. This village headman had to collect revenue. Yet, the village headman who was appointed by East India Company, he had to collect the revenue. And he had to pay the same to the East India Company, or I can say he had to pay the same revenue to the East India Company, or I can say to the British government. Yes. Now, these were the three basics, and there was one more settlement. There was one more this principle that was of Mahilwari system, that is lands were measured. Lands were measured. Now, we are having four basic principles of this Mahilwari system. It is revenue officers had to inspect the land, they had to rent the village. The revenue was fixed permanently, and it was not fixed permanently, and it was revised periodically. Yes. Now, this East India Company, they appointed a village headman. This village headman had to collect the revenue from the villagers, and he had to pay the same to the East India Company, and the last important principle of this Mahilwari system was that lands were measured periodically. Lands were measured. And this was, मैंने पहले ही बोला आपको, this Mahilwari system was introduced and implemented in the northern states of India, and in the southern states of India, one more settlement was established, that is known as Rohitwari settlement, and about that we will study in the coming lectures. Hope it would have got clear to you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.